Hello, my name is Mark Crawford. I am the course coordinator for Canadian Government and Politics, Political Science 309 at Athabasca University, and this is my podcast for Part 1, Introduction, covering Units 1 and 2 of the course. You may have heard the expression, life is politics. This is a way of saying that politics, the means by which we debate, manage, learn, choose, and legislate about conflicts over the most important values and issues in society, is really an inherent and inescapable feature of people living together. Often we can get things that we want simply through private contractual relations. That is, in the marketplace. We work for pay and buy things we need within a budget: food, utilities, housing, automobiles, conveniences, and entertainment. But not all the things that we want have that nature, the nature of pure private goods. Often we need a collective decision about more public issues. Who is permitted to drive a car? What side of the road may we drive on? What are the rules of the road? What kinds of businesses are allowed in a residential neighborhood? Who may call themselves a doctor, a lawyer, or an architect? What kinds and levels of taxation are we to pay? If a war is declared or a crime is committed, who is authorized to use force in order to defend us? A moment's reflection on these questions will tell you that public decisions often have a powerful impact on our private welfare. If we wish to advance a version of the public interest which is most congenial to our own interests, we must try to influence others and gain their support, or at least their acquiescence, or else coerce them in order to get our way. The means by which we form our governments and by which we govern our cities, towns, provinces, nation-states, and international institutions are all examples of this. A perfect example of a political issue is the issue of development versus the environment. If we are looking for a nice home in a beautifully wooded suburb, we tend to favor policies that will zone more land for housing. But once we have our dream home, our political views may suddenly change, and we will be more likely to become conservationists in order to preserve the trees that are left and to keep house prices rising. This is a pattern that can be observed in practically every urban area in Canada. Of course, not every public policy we choose to support or to oppose is based upon such brazen and somewhat hypocritical considerations of self-interest. Some of the most passionately held political positions that we have are about the affirmation of ethical or religious values. Think abortion, euthanasia, capital punishment. Or ideological beliefs about the importance of individual rights, private property, or the role of the state in the economy. Or the symbolic affirmation of identity. Think Quebec or Aboriginal nationalism, multiculturalism, the status of the Queen as our head of state, or official bilingualism. In this course, Canadian Government and Politics, we will learn that Canada is a particular kind of state and society which arrives at answers to all of these questions through a combination of both internal and external pressures, acting upon a unique set of institutions and historical circumstances. It is important to study Canadian politics and government because such a study helps to explain an important aspect of who we are.